Hey, what's up guys? Sasha here. Well, some of you have been waiting on this update for a long time. I'm finally doing the 10,000 miles, or we're at the probably 12,000 miles that I drove the Honda Ridgeline. Got him into the shop here. The car is doing great. Performance is doing great. We did like a max speed test where we had it at 180 kilometers or 110 plus miles an hour on the Autobahn. We did a couple donuts in the winter in the snow. It's handling great in the snow, no issues whatsoever. I'm gonna share in the link too, probably right here somewhere, what your expectance can be on yearly gasoline. I saved all the tickets and stuff, and I'm gonna do some math here in a bit and figure out what did this car cost in 1 year, in case you're curious. Also today we're going to talk about a little bit about the Backflip cover here, what I think about it. I'm also having some new OEM rear lights, tail lights. The reason for that is the car will be staying overseas here in Europe. And having red signal lights is difficult to pass inspection, so I got some with orange. Happy they made them. Also in the future we're gonna install a rear fog light, because that's also a requirement for Germany to have. I know there's a couple guys over in Belgium and stuff. Some of them said, hey, we don't have the requirement, we don't have to have it, so but I gotta do it. And I'm probably gonna link them up with the I got some front fog lights right here, so maybe connect them with that so I don't have to use a separate switch. Overall, like I said, the truck is performing well. No issues, no major issues, let's say it that way. Let's get straight to the problems I've been having with this car. One of them is, hoping I'm still find the video. One of them is I had water collecting in the front of the car. We took a bunch of parts of things off and apart because I didn't know where it's coming from. I thought like it's going to be in the middle somewhere here or in the fenders. It really sounded like when it rained heavy, it sounded like you have like a gallon of water in there, and it probably was a gallon of water, if not even more. I wish I had a video on that. Let me pop the hood real quick and I'm going to show you what's this. And the water was collecting right here in this compartment right here underneath. I can try to pop these out. So, not sure if you can see in there properly. It's in there. So the water was collecting inside here, and the way how they did that, let me see if I can get this open too, so maybe you can get a better view. So it's right down there in this area. This whole area here was full of water. So the way how they designed this, there are two little gaps between the metal for the drain. Normally you would have a tube, like maybe from the sunroof or something like that, or older models like the CRX, they have like tubes in the sunroof where it drains the water. It's not here. Here they have like two gaps. They're maybe 2 to 3 inches long on the top side, and less than a quarter inch thick. So I had a bunch of debris building up in here, which didn't allow the water to drain properly anymore. So that's definitely something to look out for, that you always have this clean. And in order to get here from the bottom, you gotta remove the mud flaps, and then you can bend this down and you can see up there. You take these mud flaps off, there are 5 screws. 1, 2, 3, one is behind there, 4, and one is under the car, 5. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture. If not, I'm gonna share something later on. Also, while we did that too, the mud flaps here, they were full with mud to up about here, this point. So the draining down here on this little hole was almost impossible. So this all that collected full on both sides. So I definitely recommend checking them every once in a while if you go a lot of off-roading and or mudding or anything else with your truck, to clean those out. So that is that. So that was the one issue that's been happening since I have the car. Interior's holding up great. Everything is looking good. So the next thing what I'm sadly a little upset about is my tailgate will not swing open anymore. So something's broken here. Some other ones had that issue too. So it will only open this way. But I found some information on how to remove this whole piece here so we can get onto this mechanism. So that's definitely something that needs to get fixed. The truck bed liner, the Hercules liner, is holding up great. Really love it. So far I just transported wood or cases of water, groceries, a couple bricks, nothing too heavy, but they've been holding up great. Can't complain. Best choice I've ever made. Also, thank you for everybody who was watching my Hercules liner video. It's one of my best videos. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And I'm taking a lot of feedback from that video and trying to improve my videos for the future. Because also what I want to do with this truck is we gotta get underbody protection on this. There's absolutely nothing underneath. And if you know about winters here in Germany, they put a lot of salt on the roads. If I'm gonna drive this truck for 2 or 3 years here on the roads, it's probably gonna start falling apart and corroding on the bottom really bad. So that is something we're gonna do. We're gonna get this in the future as soon as the weather is gonna be better here. So now the next part, I know a few of you have been waiting on this too. Feedback from the Backflip G2 cover. One thing, not the fault from the back cover, but more like from the truck. Why are we not able to lock the tailgate? Because now we have the cover on here to protect whatever we're transporting, but yet we cannot lock it. So you have always access to that. That's just one. I think in previous videos I saw this, they improved this one right here where the cable went in there. So they definitely improved on that. I really like that. So let's fold it up real quick. So sadly my tailgate doesn't swing open anymore. We got to jump up here and I'll show you what I dislike on this Backflip cover. So first of all, these little things here, these little holders, every once in a while they pop out and they're gonna end up like this, which when they pop out, I don't know why, it's just silly from whatever. So now they're like this, and now if you don't see that and you're trying to open up your rear trunk, you already start to bend the crap out of them up there. That's one. Can even close it now. So also because of this, because of the rails, we're gonna hit there. Since I have the cover, I'm not using this compartment as much as I did before. But like I said, most of the things, they can go now on top here, which is like really great. I just can put them here and done. I don't need to dump everything down here and reach down there, which makes it also even more difficult right now since my tailgate is defect, let's call it that way, that I cannot open it sideways. If I put stuff in there, I mean, I really have to reach over everything. So, which is that. So we got that little stick here. So the next part is we'll go in here. So the drain itself, it drains from up here from the rail, What doesn't go out here in the back, it's gonna drain to that little tube, which works great. But the water that's collecting in here, where it's supposed to be drained, does not drain. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get light. So the drain works, but it doesn't drain anywhere else. So it's collecting in that little, where the bulb is. So I'm not sure if something in my truck is just clogged up, or have to find out a different way how to get it drained, because when it really rains heavily and the truck's sitting there, my entire back part is wet. And now the stuff that I carry in here, what I have in here, gets wet. The same on the other side, but this drained a little bit better. Also, when you have it closed all the way up, moisture that is in here will not escape. So anything you put in your truck that cannot get wet, it's gonna get moisture on it. Like I said, I had some shoes or some soccer gear in here, and everything that was in here, because it rained a couple days, was still soaking wet, even though it was covered, mainly because the moisture cannot escape, which probably is an easy fix if we can figure out how to route this hose somewhere else so it will drain somewhere differently. Next is right here, the same up here. You cannot get this sealed close enough to get that you don't get any water in here. I tried already many times to move it more forward and everything. There's always a little bit of water that can get in here. It's just part of the beast, let's say it that way. Not sure if that can be fixed other than taping something above here, what's really sealing on this window here so it drains forward. Then the next thing, what is really silly, over the time period of not even 6 months, what we stuck on here, and you see, so this is already peeling off. So after 6 months, in order to fix this part here, we gotta take everything out. We gotta take the rails off and everything just to fix this issue here, and I have it on both sides. So dirt comes behind there, and it will not seal this off, because if you guys remember from my install, you have a hole right here, and this just prevents water from getting in. Other than that, I enjoy that cover a lot. Easy to open, my kids can open it, my kids can close it. And it's just whatever you can carry, you don't have to worry about. You just throw it in the back here and you just snap it in, and done. The end. So that was definitely a great purchase. Regarding the few things that is going on with the top with the water, I mean, I get it. We cannot be sealed as other trucks, or I know there's other covers too where they go over the top here. Yeah, that's definitely a better seal than having something like this in the inside. But so far I love the cover, besides the two little issues. Other things we did to the truck was like within the 10,000 miles, we did 2 oil changes. One time I paid for it, one time I did my own oil change. And what I really noticed too on the truck, hopefully I still have the filter so I can include this picture right here. The filter right here for the engine, the air filter we have, that gets a lot of dirt on it. Not sure what the reason is for that. Mainly maybe because of this, where it sucks in the dirt right here. But within 1 year, this filter got extremely dirty. So highly recommend check that. Even if you take the car somewhere and they say, hey, we checked the air filter, everything looks clean, yada yada yada, sometimes they don't even check the air filters. Go check yourself. It's like you take 4 screws out. And I bought a new one at hondaparts.com. I bought a new filter. It was like $15 or $20. I can't even remember. Which I also ordered a cabin filter because I have not personally replaced the cabin filter. And I doubt that the dealer replaced the cabin filter last time. So I'm assuming there is still a 10-year cabin filter in there. That's a very tricky one to get to because you have to remove the glove box. And I found some videos out there too. And I'm gonna do 1, 2 where I'm gonna take it all apart and show you how to get the cabin filter replaced. But yeah, other than that, the truck is doing great. We currently have 118,000 miles on it, and currently my gas mileage is at 17.7. So all you need is to replace the rear taillights. There's a 10mm socket and you got 2 bolts right there, 1, 2, and 1, 2 on the other side. So we're gonna get this off real quick and swap them out. And there we have it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are the red ones better? Are the ones with the orange blinkers? I kind of like them. It's kind of looks something new look for me. Well, that was it for today on the Ridgeline. I'm gonna get some work done on the CRX up there. Yeah, we're still a little behind on that one. I'm still waiting on some parts again, but I'm hoping to get that engine in there pretty soon. But I'm gonna work on the engine mounts today, get everything prepped. But yeah, that's so much to the Ridgeline for now. Like I said, we will be doing the underbody protection probably in the summer. Other than that, I don't have too many plans with it besides getting the whole paint polished up and waxed and ceramic coated, whatever you want to call all that stuff. That was my big plan too for the summer, because the truck is just getting very fast dirty, and I want it to last for a couple more years. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace out.